The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Chargers and the Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, where he finished as a runner-up in the MVP chase after throwing for over 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions for the first time in a few years. An integral part of the Cowboys' run to the playoffs. He's hoping to take it a step further here in 2024.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Go.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Dancing to his left. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now, 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Touchdown! CD Lamb. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CD Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Well, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Being chased out left. Able to get away. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That stop for a loss made by Damone Clark from his linebacker spot.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Prescott to throw it. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this is not... anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed, that time.
Herbert has it knocked free.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Yeah! There we go! Right it!
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Inside give to Elliott. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
88 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got a lot.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys open the lead up to 34-0. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Herbert. That escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn this.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
Touchdown!
Jalen Tolbert
ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get... their drive with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Prescott now.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now it's Herbert.
Justin Simmons firing all the way in from a safety position. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It's fielded at the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Now Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Herbert now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses.
And now the rookie's free. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A give to Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Powering his way forward. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And that's complete to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get...
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jake Ferguson.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this 1st half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the 2nd half.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Eric Kendricks. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the 1 play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And that last touchdown pass not only put 6 points on the board,
It also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A shotgun snap for Herbert. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He had a half for the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And, look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
15 yards there for number 15.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Yeah! Here we go!
26. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
26.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Here we go!
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. .35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Yeah, here we go.
Draw play, Elliott. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 46 yards.
And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Edwards. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Here's Herbert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing you.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, 49 yards.
And the Chargers are able to claw one back.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. I take. What do you think?
They start on the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Yeah! What do you think?
Elliott running right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
So that last run is going to be the one to do it. He has officially broken the NFL's single-game rushing record.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Throwing, Prescott.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jake Ferguson.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. The give is to Elliott. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go. Ready?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Rico Dowdle.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add another 6 points.
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. First carry for Royce Freeman. Shoves him aside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Dowdle will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL...
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Here we go, set.
Now Rush. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing.
Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker
from 6 yards away.
And the Cowboys use the short field to get in for 6. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really...
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They run again with Dowdle.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On the run, it's Dowdle.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He finds his man Johnson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Ready up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Rush working from the gun.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Luke Schoonmaker
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action with Rush. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Luke Schoonmaker.
Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean,
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cowboys and the Browns, next on Madden Football.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rocking Cleveland Browns Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0.
Yeah! There we go!
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2.
To throw is Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb. Still going. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Prescott now from the 50.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jalen Tolbert,
50 yards!
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit.
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2nd and 10.
There you go! That's it!
Prescott to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
There we go! That's it!
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on.
All right, the offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together.
Yeah, there we go. I take 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
And now look at him go.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. A 1st down carry by Elliott.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson.
68 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
A punt of 46, a return of 5.
The Browns now.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go to Elliott again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott now.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. 10th carry now for Elliott. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great effort there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8.
Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road, Week 1. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Yeah, here we go.
Inside give to Elliott.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, good move. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Down to about the 45.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
The give is to Elliott. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That is caught.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
On the counter, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus as he has now gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Wait, take.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession?
Yeah, here we go.
A 20th carry here for Elliott.
Down to the 42, 2nd down. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Yeah.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yeah, here we go.
Again to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is...
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Dallas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
It's week 2 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Cowboys and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled...
On first down, they'll run. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Prescott will look to throw. Got a man, coverage lost him, complete. And he will score, touchdown Dallas! The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side...
Back to throw. Here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Yeah!
The give here on second. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. We'll get a stoppage here for the injury, and it's Brandon Cooks who was hurt on the play. He's being tended to. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yeah! Here we go!
To throw is Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Yeah!
Throwing now, off play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And
he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys break the tie here in the 1st. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Here we go! Right there!
Play action on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Dak to throw. Open receiver, caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here?
Here we go!
Prescott set to pass. Got Lamb, and it's complete. Has a hole left, room to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys now lead by 10. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are... putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. To left sideline, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the...
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Here's Dak. Connection on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
From the 37. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Handoff, running right, Elliott. Jukes one defender, and he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Rifles it, and it's on the money on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets.
Yeah!
They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Well, Brock, even if they decide to start spreading love as the game goes on, I think they've found out who one of their primary targets is going to be.
And by starting so strong, Kate, you know what's going to happen. He's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to dictate coverage, take him away, and it's going to open up the rest of his crew.
He brings it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys lead by 14. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes...
Prescott to throw. He finds the open man there, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Yeah, here we go.
They go play action on first. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys lead by 14. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs.
Here we go.
Dak to the air here. Throw complete to Lamb. He's at the 9. The 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than it's designed, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, kid, that...
Yeah! Here we go!
Now here's Prescott. Got him in over the middle, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
It's a gain of 22, and it'll be first down, Dallas.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. That one is caught, left side of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. And it's one of the records that's always there lurking in the back of your mind whenever a QB's having a really good game, right, partner? And we're just fortunate that we were here to finally see it fall. He's the first ever to throw 8 touchdowns in a single game. Prescott will look to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. And someone has officially flown higher than the Dutchman, Brock. That completion pushes him past Norm Van Brocklin for the most passing yards in a game in NFL history. The mark of 554 yards had stood resolute since back in 1951, and 7 decades later, someone has finally topped it. To throw, Prescott. Rifles it, and it's caught. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
It's taken in by Lamb. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch. Right? When you're at a concert and you're just listening to somebody that's the best of the best, you want more. And right now up in this booth, I want to see this guy continue to put on a show.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The trying to end this before the final quarter. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles.
Yeah! There we go.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Once again, Elliott. Has a lane past the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah! Here we go! What is it?
Right back to Elliott now. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
He breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys lead by 4 scores now. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. As he nabs another touchdown, Brock, I gotta ask you.
Yeah! Here we go! What is it?
Trying an inside give to Elliott. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Yeah, here we go! What is it?
Back to the well again. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here.
Yeah! What is it?
They give it to him again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Yeah! What is it?
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here we go. I think.
Back-to-back carries here. Pushing for the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 4-possession game. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to...
This is Elliott running right. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Another carry for him. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys moments away from a 2-0 start. Third and 4 coming up now.
Yeah! Here we go!
Now Prescott. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.